I think as evidenced by the fact that we are here. And no matter what you believe or what you've explored in terms of belief, in terms of realities and the time and space continuum being a human construct or not, whether we're in just this reality or whether we're in multiple realities at any given time, I think there's tremendous importance to the fact that we are here and having this human experience, even though we're both physical and non-physical beings. And I think it's important to know in that, because I think sort of kerneled and couched within that thought is the fact that worthiness is not something we earn. It's something that we are simply by being here and in this experience. I absolutely believe we chose this human experience. I think we're here for expansion, and I think we're here to really take a ride on that dynamic roller coaster of life and to grow and to learn and to experience ecstasy as well as devastation and the whole range of human emotions. I think even when we have those epiphanic moments in time, I think there's still a process involved, because I do think that there is something magical in the translation of experiencing something, whether triumphant or tragic, and then articulating it in some way and allowing it to matriculate into our cells of this human experience, our physical bodies, and then truly being able to translate it in such a way where we can take all the wisdom from an experience and let go of the rest, let go of the pain and the trauma and any of those things that so often we pick up and carry as baggage along this life experience. It's usually something that comes from age 0 to 7 in your childhood that sort of kicks off those imprinting and imprinted moments of trauma that may be triggered later. I've had some absolute devastating tragedy in my life experience, as we all have, and I think navigating those and hitting rock bottom in ways that I've done to try to deal with the trauma and the drama that can happen in this human experience has put me on a journey to really understand the visceral importance of getting to know yourself wholly and to love yourself unconditionally so that you can live freely in your own authenticity. Freedom is a feeling first and foremost. When you look at the life story of somebody like Nelson Mandela, when he was in a 6 foot by 6 foot cell, whatever his imprisonment, physical imprisonment was, he was able to transcend that and come to a place of feeling free. And if you take that and extrapolate that, we all have those cages that we either build around ourselves or that we think we inherit from our parents or generationally, societally. We all have those moments where we find ourselves either in a cage or a straitjacket, that feeling of imprisonment. And I think there is something huge to ask about how often do we allow ourselves to feel the empowerment of taking personal responsibility for the fact that we create our experience. We create our reality. We create the world in which we live and exist. And I think there's something very fundamental in the journey to get to know yourself wholly and to really turn on that flashlight and look at all the dark and gnarly corners of your mind and your memory and your experience to really get to know yourself. You can then learn how to really love yourself unconditionally. And those two things put together, they transcend and allow you to sort of travel through the portal of your heart space into this place at which we are all one, and into your ultimate authenticity, which is your greatest superpower, and it's also total freedom. There is who we really are at our essence and our core, right? And there's usually a person that we present to the world, our persona. And so often there's a gap in between that of all the things that we don't want to say and that we're ashamed of, maybe an experience that we don't want to tell other people or even own. And I do believe truly, if you turn on the flashlight and you look at that chasm, that space between who we are and who we present to the world, it is that journey of exploration where you can actually sew up those two sides and not only mind the gap, but mend the gap in between. And when you've synced yourselves in that way, where the person that you are is the person that you present to the world, all ownership for everything that you've been through, from whence you've come, all of who you are, that is the ultimate freedom.